Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Rusty Wrench Restorations. I'm going to practice these short intros. So, back on the road again, headed down to North Carolina to pick up a new tractor. So, I guess you'll see what it is in a bit.
Put me two bears in that sucker.
Yeah. Ready? Alright, well, there she is all loaded. Mr. Mark's on his way to his next task. But that's it. It's a late 70s, early 80s, I guess, John Deere 301A. It's the industrial version of the 1020 tractor. The 1020 is basically the same thing. One of the main differences is you can see this one's got the solid front axle, whereas the green agricultural one had the adjustable front axle for row crop tractor for adjusting the row crop widths. So it seems to run pretty good. I mean, it's got a rough idle. It's been sitting for a long time. It could be, I'm assuming it's probably just injectors and filters and stuff. You know, hopefully it's not an injection pump. The coolant, a little suspect. It's kind of a yellowy color, looks a little milky, so I'm hoping we don't have any issue with water getting into the, or oil getting into the coolant. But it could be something that somebody poured in there as well to maybe seal a leak. I don't know. I don't really see too many leaks anywhere, at least not for coolant. I mean, there's a little bit down here on the oil pan, the drain plug, but that's to be expected. But yeah, rest of it looks pretty good. Got some dirt down there, but you know, injection pump's a little clicky, but I don't know, all in all I think it'll do pretty good. So the main reason for wanting to get this tractor, even though it's the industrial version, it does have the PTO and the 3-point hitch, so it'd be great for plow days. I can pull a 3 or even probably a 4 bottom plow with it. And then I do my holiday Christmas party hay rides, which I went from the 16-foot trailer to the 24-foot trailer. So 3,600 pound trailer is a lot for like a John Deere B or something to pull. So this one should do the trick. I think it's 43 or 46 horsepower, 3-cylinder diesel, industrial. I like kind of the weird quirky things. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So let's get on the road and get home. All right, well, I stopped to get some diesel because I had no idea how much was in here. This doesn't really look like that big of a tank, but it took a little over 10.5 gallons. So I guess it's maybe it's a 12-gallon tank. I think it's at 13 on tractordata.com. Anyway, it doesn't look that big in there, but she was thirsty today. Drank a bit. Tow's good. It's heavy. The gas station. Feel like it's where I spend all my time and money. Alright everybody, here we are a couple days later. We picked this up on Sunday and today's Tuesday afternoon. I just want to kind of close this video out so that I can move on to the next one. But yeah, I got home, unloaded, haven't really had any issues with anything. Just been kind of looking it over, trying to see what I have, what I don't, what needs to be addressed and whatnot. There's some things like you can see this spring here in the seat, the piston's broken inside of the shock. I probably can't find one of those, at least not in the short term. So for now, I'll probably remove that and just put a solid bar in place, so it'll just keep the seat in place. Or I may just leave it. It's just every time you sit, it goes down to the lowest position, which really isn't a big deal. I started adding some lights on here. I've got these rear lights, and I put some LED lights in the front. I don't know if they're going to stay on there, but I plan on using this upcoming weekend for a family Christmas hayride type thing. So wanted to have some flashing lights for the fenders and headlights for the front. And the next video on this tractor is going to be basically all of the corrective maintenance. This thing sat for a long time from what I was told, and I don't know the history of it. So it's always best when you get a new piece of equipment, no matter what it is, to go through and change all the fluids, right? So at least I know that everything is good. So we'll be doing engine oil and filter, fuel filters. I got injectors on order, the transmission, rear end hydraulic filters, strainer, and fluids. I'm going to flush the coolant system out, put new antifreeze in, so probably end up doing that later on this weekend. So anyway, super happy I got it. It's a pretty cool tractor. I really like it. I did find out why I think maybe other people weren't interested in buying it. I'll put this right here and maybe you can see what I'm talking about here. So John Deere 301A, that's what it was advertised as. That's what's on here on this battery box. The battery goes in here. On the other side of the tractor, on the back on the rear axle, is the tractor serial number. And the tractor serial number starts with, it's JD, I believe, John Deere 301A G. So for everything I've known, G is gas. This obviously is not gas, it's diesel. So it should have been 301A D. Kept looking a little further and I thought it a little odd that this hood came to this battery box section and has like a lip that someone's, I thought they maybe just fixed it, but it looks like they made it, right? So something was a little wonky here. I ordered the owner's manual, service manual, and parts manual, which I do for every piece of equipment and highly recommend you do as well. And I ordered it for the 301A. As I'm looking at the picture of the 301A on the front of the manual, I see that the hood goes all the way from the steering wheel to the nose of the tractor. This one does not. It's got the battery box, the hood, and then there's a third nose piece, if you will, in the front there. So, to the best of my knowledge, I feel that this is two tractors. I think from this point back, so the transmission, housing, clutch, battery box, steering, rear end, everything back is in fact a John Deere 301A that was a gas tractor. From the engine forward, so basically just the engine, the cooling system, the tank, the hood, the front end axle, I think it's from a John Deere 300. Because the John Deere 300 has this type of hood, nose cone, and front grille. So I think maybe at some point, I mean, whenever it was done, it seems like it was a while ago. The paint all kind of matches, so it's been repainted at some point. I think someone probably had a gas tractor with a bad engine and a diesel tractor with a bad rear end. So they kind of Frankenstein them together, and now we have this. So not really a big deal. It doesn't affect anything. I mean, this diesel engine from the 300 is the same diesel engine that's in the 301, and the 301 rear end is the same as what's in the 300. The only thing that's really different is the hood, I think. So, you know, no harm, no foul. I mean, for what I'm going to do with it, for pulling a plow, pulling a hay wagon, whatever, it's going to work just fine. So it does have this little quirky thing here, and I think maybe other people that looked to buy this tractor knew that and realized it and thought, it's kind of an abomination here. I don't even really want to mess with it. But in all reality, it doesn't matter because it's the same components. It just makes it a little tricky when you're trying to order parts. And now I had to buy service manuals for the 301A and the 300. So I guess my nickname for this one's going to be the 300.5 because it's kind of in between both. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I think that's the reasoning of why he said there was a couple other people that looked at it and passed. So we'll see how everything goes. Again, the next video is going to be all the tune-up stuff, fluids. Hopefully the injectors will be here in time for this weekend. If not, is what it is. I'm thinking the filter might even make a big difference in the way this thing runs. So, but anyway, that's it. I'm going to stop rambling here. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to tear this thing apart, replace all the fluids, and go from there. So appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Peace.